Rise and grind. Welcome back to my channel. It is Kwaku Peps here, and I am here once again to share with you some transformational tips to help you as you pursue life. And in today's video, I'm here to share with you really important topic that needs to be talked about: pursuing happiness. It is very important to pursue happiness and seek happiness in life, but yet there are so many things that come along the way and distract us from getting happiness. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 things to avoid on your road to pursuing happiness. The first thing to avoid on your road to pursuing happiness is having too many or too much expectations. Having too much expectation of people, of friends, of family members, or anybody that is within your sphere of influence. It is very important that you don't rely on people or depend on people for your own happiness sake or getting something, right? It is okay to have hope in life and have faith, but yet don't have too much expectation in people. So I do not rely on people or depend on people or have too much expectation, because too much expectation put too much pressure on us, and in the end it may lead to disappointment. So having too much expectation and rely on people and your circumstance and situations can lead you to fail and can lead you into disappointment, or it could lead you to a space where you don't trust people. You may not trust the next person just because another person disappointed you. So having too much expectation is going to really keep you in a position to not be happy. So avoid having too much expectation at all costs. Number 2 is comparing yourself. Comparing yourself to others' success or others' lifestyle really diminishes your self-esteem. It is very important that you do not compare yourself to people, just because all these 5 fingers, as we say, an old saying that the 5 fingers are not the same. Somebody else's circumstance is not my circumstance. Somebody else's experience is not my experience. Somebody else's way of life or how they had it in life or their past life is not compared to mine, because I have a different circumstance and situation. So comparing myself to others' circumstances because of your age can really put you in a very bad place. It's gonna lead me to be sad and angry or disappointed at all times. So it is very important that we do not compare ourselves as we pursue happiness. Number 3 is avoiding toxic people. Some people come in your life to encourage you. Some people also come in your life to really bring you down. So having toxic people can be a very bad influence to your life. It is very essential that you keep yourself close to the people that are going to uplift you and encourage you and put yourself in a position to be better, rather than connecting yourself to people that bring you down, people that are toxic, that don't speak into your life, or people that don't really want the best for you, people that are jealous, people that are envious, people that manipulate you emotionally, mentally. It could be very draining and it prevents you from becoming happy. So it is very important that you keep yourself away from toxic people that prevent you from going to the next level. The 4th thing that you need to know is that you have to avoid holding grudges with people. Holding grudges is really putting too much of a pressure and too much of a weight on your shoulder. It is very easy to live without grudges, and when you hold grudges with people, it really puts you in a bad place where you always constantly in a bad mood, just because when you keep something within your heart, it really put a heavy weight on your shoulder and it's really hard to bear. So it is very important that you prevent yourself from holding grudges, and really when you have a situation with a person, it is very essential to have a way to really connect with the person and talk it out and solve problems before it gets worse. So avoid holding grudges with people at all costs. Number 5 is self-importance. It's not a bad thing to really have confidence within yourself and to understand your value, but having ego comes from self-importance. Thinking you're better than somebody else, thinking you're better than your friends or people around you, it's not a very good thing, because it really puts you in a position where you do not validate people. It can be very detrimental to you and the people around you. Number 6 is really suppressing emotions. It is very important that you do not suppress your emotions and you're able to really speak up when you have an issue with a person and talking things out, because suppressing your emotion is really sweeping things under the rug. when you sweep things under the rug, it still exists. The garbage you don't deal with today is really going to be there, and it's going to start to stink, and you probably wouldn't like it later on. So it is very important that when you have something that is really bothering you, that is embedded within your heart, it is very important to really talk it out before it gets worse eventually. Number 7 is worrying too much about the future. We all be in a position where we really worry about the future, the fear of failure, the fear of missing out, the fear of really not being able to perform well later on in life. It is very essential that we focus on today, and we focus on the action that we could take rather than focusing on the future and really worrying about the future outcomes. When you put structure in place and have proper plan and take the correct action towards your future, you're going to attain success, and you're going to have a very good outcome rather than worrying about the future. Worrying puts you in a position where you don't even take the action. It really discourages you from taking action towards the future because you are already scared. So the worry is really going to become something that will prevent you from attaining success or attaining a very good outcome in the future. Number 8 is putting people down. Avoid putting people down as you pursue happiness. As you encourage others, you are being encouraged by it. And as you discourage people, you will potentially get discouraged by it too. What goes around really comes around. We always say karma is real, and it's very real because what you do to others really always come around and come back to affect you one way or the other. So it is very important that you do not put people down. Number 9 is blaming others. For you to be happy, you have to avoid blaming others for their wrongdoing. You really have to put yourself in a position to be helping people rather than blaming them and bringing them down. You have to always reach out to help people and really offer your help and offer assistance to people when they need it, rather than pointing fingers and blaming them when something goes wrong. It could be working in a group. When you're working in a group and something goes wrong, it is so easy to really point finger to the person that probably may not be doing too much of the work. But it's very essential that we really put ourselves in a position to avoid blaming others, but rather lifting them up and really being a helping hand to them and providing them with assistance as they need. Number 10, avoid taking shortcuts. Shortcuts are really not the best way because you don't learn that way. When you take shortcut, you don't go through the process that would put you in a position to learn to repeat that same action to get you to the outcome that you desire. It is very important that you go through the necessary steps to get to the outcome that you desire rather than taking shortcuts. How can you duplicate if you're not willing to go through the necessary steps to learn and to help others do the same? It is always important to not go through the shortcut, but really be willing to go through the steps so that you can grow and also teach others to do the same. Pursuing happiness is really essential. Therefore, these are the things that you have to avoid when you are pursuing happiness in life. As the saying goes, hurt people hurt people. Don't put yourself in a position to be hurt, because it is going to leave a negative or a bad influence on others and yourself as well. Avoid these things that I spoke about so that you can attain happiness potential. Thank you for listening. I hope you like it. Comment, like, share with your friends and family and people around you. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Keep on grinding.